Whoa. What's poppin', people? It's Dante, currently photographing with the Ricoh GR3X today, which is a bit of a surprise. I usually photograph with the 3. So I got the 40mm on me today, and I'm thinking about the mundane and how I thrive in the mundane, right? Where I can walk endlessly throughout the world despite what's in front of me and find ways to play. Yes, I am now claiming that to be the best trick ever hit on this volcano. That's apparently a skate spot or something. Yeah, like look at this white picket fence. Like this becomes something beautiful to uplift in a photograph. But yeah, that's a cool sculpture. Apparently people skate there. You know, thinking of skateboarding and the way that you approach these objects in the streets and play with them and conquer them, you know, maybe we can apply this to our photographic practice, where a street skater uses an object, a surface, to dance upon, to play upon, and the photographer too looks at the world as a canvas, similar to that of a skateboarder looking at it as this sort of playground, right? Where we have this ledge, you can do a grind. You know, when I approach the streets, when I look at the world as a canvas, there's infinite potential, right? And I think we maybe limit ourselves as street photographers, where we're looking for moments, we're looking for something extravagant, something unique, something different. And these kind of moments, they come few times a year, right? So, you know, it's a matter of embracing, for me, it's a matter of embracing the mundane and trying to find new ways to create something from nothing, right? Where you look at that sort of ledge as a skateboarder, and how can you create upon that? How can you conquer that? You know, you could do a 50-50, someone might want to do a tail slide, somebody might want to do a manual on top of it, right? There's different ways that you can approach the same thing when it comes to street skateboarding. And I think this is the same notion with street photography, right? Where, you know, no matter where you are in the world, there are potential photographs to make, and it's up to you unlocking this perspective of abundance. And I believe that this feeling of abundance comes through the flow state of practicing with repetition and just going out there without any preconceived notions of what you will find, through the spirit of play. You know, there's this childlike state that we all have deep within us. And when you're out there with your camera, I think that's the best opportunity to release it. And so through play and through tinkering with the world, yeah, we can go out there and make new photographs. And I think just through clicking the shutter more, just through being curious about these small moments and things that you find along your journey, you increase your curiosity. I like this. Is that Achilles? You know, where the mundane becomes a dream and not what it seems when you look at it through the lens of a camera. But perhaps you must free yourself of let's reenact that. Perhaps you must free yourself of expectations. You must free yourself of what makes or breaks a good photograph. And, you know, anything that you think you already know about photography, you kind of want to let go of it all. And, you know, I'll just give you my own personal take, you know, why I think this way now. It's actually really simple. So I've spent the past decade working on my photography, traveling, going all these different places, spending years of my life, you know, in new communities, learning new languages, you know, integrating myself with different cultures, you know, just kind of on my own in solitude and, you know, thriving in this practice. But, you know, you sacrifice a lot to make these kind of photos, where the goal for me in the past was always to look for that next best picture, where I'm looking for something to top my previous photo. Because when you're photographing and traveling and doing it so intensively for years at a time, it completely takes over your life, where you sacrifice personal development, friendships, you know, just like basic things. And I have zero regrets, because I believe these experiences I've had have been phenomenal and have transformed my life. But going forward with longevity in mind, right, and thinking about photographing for decades and decades to come, I think having this mindset of embracing the amateur snapshot and the sort of spirit of play, it's a much more liberating way to go through life with a camera. You know, for my next photograph is my best photograph, right? No matter what it is I photograph. And I think that mindset is so much more powerful than being on the hunt for the next photograph that can top your last photograph. And yeah, I mean, nowadays, I don't really even care to see the results. It's like I just photograph for the sake of photographing. And if I could give myself advice for a new photographer that's just getting started, is to maybe go at it this way and just enjoy the play, enjoy the fun, enjoy the process itself, and don't get wrapped up in the results. And, you know, while striving for greatness is always going to be the goal, maybe we should actually reframe what success means in photography, and that being to increase your curiosity by 1% each day. That's it. Are you becoming more curious each day? Are you going out there lusting for life still? Are you pressing the shutter more? You know, for that's the goal. You know, everything else is superfluous. There's no external validation that you need. There's no print, there's no gallery, zine, book, etc. that you really need to make. You know, just share your photos with whoever you want in person. Make a sketchbook, you know, send a photo to a friend, like whatever. Like, you don't have to make it this serious thing. And yeah, I think by making photography seamlessly integrate in your daily life, where I don't need to be in like the, you know, like in the past, I would only ever photograph at certain times of the day, in certain places, on certain streets, you know, because I know where I can find these sort of compositions I'm interested in, or, you know, activity and events and whatever. And it's like, when you let go of it all, it's like I can go for a nice walk on the bridge and make the cool, and just like enjoy walking to the bridge, because I genuinely just enjoy walking on the bridge. And I always know that I can make a beautiful photograph of the river. And it's like, I just enjoy coming here. And it's not like I need to make, you know, I make a photo, of course, but I'm not expecting anything, you know. But when I go to a bustling corner or somewhere in the city where I know there's going to be activity, I'm expecting and hoping that there's going to be something. And yeah, to be honest with you, that's a quick way to sort of hit a wall. And yeah, I think what we want to do is actually break through the wall and just keep going. And so by embracing the mundane and looking at life this way through the lens of a camera, where everything truly is photographable, yeah, this is bliss, baby. This is Zen bliss. Like, it becomes this meditative practice where you're just like walking through life, looking at stuff, and it just puts a smile on my face, you know, like where I'm just photographing so many different things, such a variety of photos to make, whether it's the textures on the walls, the people, the fleeting moments, the buildings, the flowers, the landscapes. You know, I'm not limiting myself anymore. And it's like, man, is this such a beautiful way to live life. I can't believe I haven't looked at the world this way before, you know. Only this past 2 years have I. And oh man, I'm telling you, this is it. I think I found out the secret to being a happy and joyous photographer. Not that I wasn't before, but this is the most, I can tell you, this is the most fun I've ever had with the camera. And I'm just playing around, shooting the shit, not even caring. And maybe that's the key. Just let the chips fall as they may. Who cares? It's just for fun.